All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to tear down the blueprint of a system that does something pretty incredible. It turns total industrial chaos into a high-value digital asset. We're talking about a platform that's designed to look at what everyone else calls trash and refine it into pure, verifiable data.
So, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we need to understand the massive problem this platform was built to solve. Then, we'll walk through the system's 5-layer blueprint, we'll peek under the hood at its AI engine, see how it actually works out in the real world, and finally, we'll look at what's coming next for this tech. To really get why this digital solution is so elegant, you first have to, get your hands dirty, metaphorically, of course. You have to understand the messy physical reality of industrial wood waste. I mean, that quote right there says it all, doesn't it? This is not some neat, clean data problem that starts inside a spreadsheet. The whole point of this software is to stare that chaos right in the face and bring digital order to one of the most unpredictable environments you can imagine. And this, right here, is the absolute game changer. It's about a complete mindset shift. The old way was just a logistics game, right? You haul a liability to a landfill. But this new model, it's a data science game. It reframes that exact same wood as a kind of ore, a raw material just packed with hidden value that you can unlock and monetize.
Okay, so you've got this chaotic mess. How in the world do you build a system to tame it and pull that value out? Well, it all starts with a really clear full-stack architectural plan. Let's take a look at the foundational blueprint of this digital refinery.
And the core idea, honestly, it's brilliant. Think about it like this. You're treating messy wood waste like it's crude oil. It's a raw, unpredictable input that goes into a refinery, and what comes out the other side is something pure, structured, and incredibly valuable. And in this case, that valuable thing is a stream of trusted data. And this is that process, laid out like a digital assembly line. It's a 5-step journey. It all starts with the intake module, where AI first sees and classifies the material. From there, it moves through the logistics core, the compliance engine, the financial module, and finally, a scientific validation. It's a systematic transformation from physical waste into digital proof.
All right, now let's get under the hood. For all you platform developers and tech folks watching, this is where it gets really interesting. We're about to look at the specific enterprise-grade tools that make this whole refinery run.
You know, what's so smart about this tech stack is that nothing's here by accident. Every single piece is chosen for a super specific job. You've got Google's Vertex AI as the industrial strength backbone for the whole thing. AlloDB gives it that blazing speed. RAG, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, is basically the AI's legal brain. And the on-device AI pushes all that intelligence right out to the edge.
And this, right here, this is the secret sauce for making it all legally bulletproof. The system isn't just making a wild guess. It's basically acting like an AI lawyer. By using Retrieval Augmented Generation, it grounds every single compliance decision it makes in the specific text of the law. That creates an automated, explainable, and totally audit-proof paper trail. So, 10 times faster. Big deal, right? Well, yeah, it's a huge deal. In logistics, speed is literally money. That 10x performance boost means the system can spit out an instant compliance check at industrial scale. The truck driver doesn't have to wait around. The decision gets made, the load gets routed, the digital record is created, all in seconds. Look, all this tech is great, but it's useless if it doesn't work for the person on the ground. So let's zoom all the way in to the most critical point in the whole system, the edge, right where a driver is standing in front of a pile of wood.
And that brings us to a massive real-world headache. The system's first line of defense is an AI running on a simple smartphone. But what happens when the danger is a chemical signature, something a standard phone camera is physically incapable of seeing? This is what they call the gray wood problem, and it is a huge blind spot for the entire industry. After years of sun and rain, all the visual clues just get bleached away. To a normal camera, it's all just gray pixels. And that creates this massive risk of contamination that could poison the entire recycling supply chain. And then you hit roadblock number 2, the hardware itself. Let's be real, your average consumer smartphone just isn't built for the gritty reality of an industrial site. They overheat, the batteries drain like crazy, and you absolutely cannot rely on having cell service. This gap between the powerful software and the limited hardware is a major bottleneck. So what's the solution? It's this really cool concept called an agentic workflow. And this is a major shift in how we think about UI and UX. The phone stops being just a reactive tool that you point at stuff. It becomes a proactive partner that can see, hear, and reason about the world around it all day long. And, this is key, completely offline. Okay, so let's walk through how this actually works. It's like building this incredible digital safety net. The AI agent is fusing multiple data streams at once. Its eyes see clean wood, but its ears hear the driver say 20-year-old deck, which it knows is a high-risk source. It immediately spots the contradiction, applies the precautionary principle, and flags the load. Problem solved, right there on the spot.
A platform like this is never really done. It's always evolving. So let's put on our future hats for a second and brainstorm what the next generation of this digital refinery might actually look like. And the roadmap is all about getting smarter, more efficient, and more transparent. Just imagine an AI that can spot valuable old-growth lumber for reuse just by looking at a photo, or a dumpster that knows when it's full and automatically calls for its own pickup. It's all about maximizing efficiency and unlocking even more value.
So if you take one thing away from this, it's this ultimate transformation. This is where it all clicks into place. You're no longer in the logistics game of just moving trash around. You're in the data science game of refining a dumpster into a database and turning a physical liability into a high-resolution digital asset. When you look at this whole blueprint, it kind of proves something, right? It shows that these huge, messy, real-world problems can often be completely reframed and solved if you just take a digital, data-first approach. It proves a dumpster can become a database. And that really makes you wonder, what other waste problems out there are just data problems in disguise?